Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty G, and I'm back again on another video on Egal Talks Football. You already know what it is. Let's get straight into it. There's a lot of Arsenal news we got to discuss. You guys are probably wondering who are these people that we got in the picture. So in the middle, we had Ibrahima Bamba, who currently plays. If I'm not mistaken, he plays in France. Sorry, no, he plays for Victoria in Portugal. Ibrahim Bamba, and we got to talk about him. Not only do we need to talk about Ibrahim Bamba, but we got to talk about a certain guy who plays over there in the Dutch league, Gakpo. We got to talk about a certain Ukrainian who's been co-signed by his Ukrainian national teammate and current Arsenal player Zinchenko, plus a couple more. But before we get any further, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. So, with the conversations, we're going to begin with the Brazil national team. The Brazil national team has been announced, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you guys that Gabriel Martinelli has made the team. Surprisingly, to some people, Firmino was taken out for Gabriel Martinelli into the team. So Gabriel Martinelli made the squad. Unfortunately, Gabriel Magalhaes was nowhere to be found in the squad, and they even put Dani Alves in the team. I just don't get that shout because he's going to be a cheerleader, like doesn't make sense. Like someone who just doesn't really play does the cheerleader job. I know he did it for Barcelona last year, but it didn't get them anywhere. But yeah, maybe he's just trying to get that World Cup because that's the one thing that he's missing from his mantle. He's won everything else that he can possibly win in football. But yeah, that was one of the stories that we're going to talk about. Gabriel Martinelli making it, Gabriel Jesus making it. And also let me know what you guys think about the intro to the video. I got a new intro to the video, right? Also, we had such a good week that once again our players are currently in Alan Shearer's team of the week. Every single week, it seems like we get some players in Alan Shearer's team of the week. We had Ben White, Saliba, and Thomas Partey who made that list. Really, really good shouts there. Because Ben White was one of the Ben White was one of the guys who I would have said was a man of the match candidate, and a lot of respect is being thrown around to Ben White, which he deserves. Look at this. This is Ben White's statistics this season. The man has had the third most touches in the Premier League. The man has had the third most passes in the Premier League for Arsenal. Obviously, he's also forward passes for Arsenal when it comes to pass percentage. When it comes to passes in the final third, this is what he's meant to Arsenal this season. And also, we just know that Ben White wasn't getting the respect that he deserved when he got signed. He was getting made fun of a lot, and he's shown that he's taken his game to another level. Ben White this season is getting a lot more respect, and I think he deserves that respect. And it's great to see that he's actually getting the respect that he deserves. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So first, the first transfer and the first rumor that I'm going to start with is a rumor that happened a couple days ago, November 3rd to be exact. We were linked to RB Salzburg's Noah Okafor. So in a move for January, we were rumored that we could potentially be signing this player. Arteta would like to add and bolster his forward line, and this is a young striker who would be coming into our team potentially. I don't know too much about Okafor. Let me just see what his numbers are. He's 22 years old. I knew he was quite young. He plays in the Austrian league. This season, he's already scored 7 goals, and he's played in the Champions League and scored 3 goals over there. Doing quite well, to be honest, but it still lacks the experience for me to say, you know what, he's going to come in and hit the ground running and take it to the next level. I'm not exactly sure how he's going to do, but let's see how he does. If I'm not mistaken, are Austria in the World Cup? Have they qualified for the World Cup? Maybe we'll get to see him there. But for now, I'm definitely not sold on this signing. I would say it's a very inexperienced player, and to bring him in for around 25 million pounds, which has been rumored by numerous sources, I just don't know if that's the right move. Then we're gonna move over to the Youri Tielemans deal. We hear about Youri Tielemans every single week, and the new rumor is that Newcastle and a host of other clubs are also after the guy. But the rumor is that he might be looking to sign a new contract at Leicester. Yes, he might be looking to sign a new contract. So far, he's resisting contracts, but a new contract offer is on the table before he becomes a free agent. So that potentially could be an issue if he does sign that new contract before he becomes an agent. Arsenal won't be able to get him on a cheap. We can still get him on a cheap, But I don't know if we're actually going after Tielemans anymore, really and truly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real. We've heard a lot of rumors, but Leicester are hoping that he will sign a new deal as they look to avoid losing him on a free. That makes sense. Why would they want to lose such a player who's been so crucial to them on a free? And he's been playing quite well. He scored an absolute screamer the other day. So yeah, you got to give it up to him. Now, I'm just going to say this. Martin Keown brings up some concerns over Gabriel Jesus not scoring in about 9 games now, ladies and gentlemen. Are you guys starting to get concerned over Gabriel Jesus' goal drought? Now, I'm not too concerned because even though he's not getting goals, he's still popping up with assists here and there, still scoring 3 assists in those games. And he's also been an integral part to all of our wins. Yes, he should have maybe scored against Leeds. Yes, he should have maybe done better against Southampton. But also, you could arguably said he could have got a penalty against Southampton, and he could have got a penalty also against another team. And he won the penalty against Liverpool and got 2 assists against Nottingham Forest. Potentially could have got a third. I think he's just doing so well besides just scoring goals. And you know what? Just imagine we're top of the league right now, second most goals in the league without him banging in form. Imagine when he does click into gear, the amount of goals we could be getting. So I'm not too concerned at this moment in time. Big up Gabriel Jesus every single time. He's been really good. Like I can't fault him too much. Let's now go to the person I started off with the discussion with at the beginning of the show, Ibrahim Bamba. He's a 20-year-old midfielder, Ivory Coast international, currently playing in Victoria over there for Victoria SF in the Portuguese league, and rumored for around 25 million pounds. This is who I'm talking about here. In the picture, he is somebody who we could bolster that midfield with, and he could definitely benefit us in the long term. Maybe transitioning into that player that replaces a Thomas Partey in that defensive midfield role. He's very good on the tackle. His issues is he's not that good aerially, and his passing is not up to scratch yet. But he can definitely improve those categories. Arsenal are eyeing him as a potential defensive midfield improvement in the coming season, and looking at him as would you say a Lokonga upgrade or El Neni upgrade? But he's still 20 years old, so it's very inexperienced. It would be another player we have to get up to scratch. But yeah, rumor has it would be around 25 million, and Arsenal have been scouting him. The player is not expected to leave in January though. So, and this is not a reliable source. It's a 50-50 source. So we have to wait and see how things progress from there. Um, Moving on to the next topic quickly. This is a quick one today. Also, he's only available for 25 million, just so that you guys know. The Danilo stuff. If you guys don't know, Danilo is the Brazilian who we've been talking about consistently throughout the summer. So Arsenal are reportedly close to agreeing on a deal to signing the Palmeiras midfielder Danilo. The Gunners are confident that we can make the deal happen in January. This might be the deal that we can actually get done. This might be the deal that actually happens. We've been after Danilo for a while now, and Danilo is a top player. He's one of the best upcoming players over there in Brazil. He's quite young also, and he would be coming in, and he would actually be up the level to improve us right away. This is not a guy who I feel like would need a bunch of years to embed. It might take him a little bit longer to get used to the level of the Premier League, but as we get closer and closer to this deal, I get more and more excited. He is 21 years old, so yes, he's still very young, but he is shown in the Brazilian league, which a lot of top players have come from, that he has the technical ability, the qualities to play at this level, and he should be in Europe. If he was in a European league that was not as strong as the Premier League or some of the other top leagues, and he was in the Portuguese league right now or in the or in the Eredivisie, he would be tearing it up. So this is another great signing, another Brazilian coming through the door, and every great team needs a Brazilian in it. So I'm down for that signing. I think that's a great signing. I think that's a great move for Arsenal, and I'm loving the fact that we're doing this. Next, Wilfried Zaha. Would you guys take? Would you guys take Zaha? Would you guys take Zaha at Arsenal? Let me know. Would you take Wilfried Zaha at Arsenal on a free? Because we could potentially get him on a free in the summer. This is a guy who we were looking at to buy for around 80 million at one point. Even Barcelona are now interested in him, as the Evening Standard has reported a couple days ago. So yeah, the reports keep coming out. Should Arsenal sign Wilfried Zaha on a free? Let me know. Should Arsenal sign Wilfried Zaha on a free? Would you sign Wilfried Zaha on a free? I'm talking to you right there. Anyone who's watching this right now, let me know in the comment section right now. Would you sign Wilfried Zaha? For me, here's the thing. Wilfried Zaha is not my first choice, not my second choice, probably not my third choice. At this moment in time, I would say Trossard would be there. I would say ambitiously, if you wanted to go someone very ambitious that is high up on the list, that would be a big upgrade. You go for like someone like a Liao. But then if you want to go for like a medium medium type signing that would not be that crazy of a situation, you go to Real Madrid and you ask them for Rodrigo. Now, those let's be honest, Leal's not going to probably happen. Rodrigo's probably not going to happen. Trossard could happen, but he's probably going to go to Chelsea. Then it leaves us with Zaha. You have to ask yourself, does Zaha have the work rate off the ball to play for Arsenal? I question that sometimes. But you know what? The way we used to play under Unai Emery, where we're majority of the time not in control of games, maybe. If he went to Tottenham, it would make sense. If he went to Chelsea, it would make sense. But at Arsenal, the way that we currently play, we need workhorses. Bukayo Saka and Martinelli, the work they do off the ball is integral to us. And I just don't know if Zaha can do that. But if he's coming in as a backup nine, does he have the goals to be a striker? Potentially. So we got to see. We got to see. I just think if we're gonna sign a front player, we got to get it right. We can't sign a 30 or someone who's near 30 who on massive wages. That it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, Chelsea and Arsenal are both tracking the situation. It makes sense that we're tracking the situation. But yeah, we keep it moving. From that, moving on to Gakpo. Reports coming out that Arsenal have been from 90 Min that Arsenal have been scouting Gakpo over the weekend. And when PSV played Ajax, Arsenal had some scouts over there checking out Gakpo, keeping an eye on him, trying to see how he does. Now he did do well against Arsenal in our game. Obviously, he got a goal disallowed and he ended up getting assists, so he did decent. I wouldn't say he was amazing. Some of you guys would say he absolutely destroyed us. But I just thought Un Simon and the number 10 were the main catalyst of that loss against PSV. Gakpo was good, but he wasn't the best standout player in that game, in my opinion. But you guys let me know what you guys thought. This is football, and you know what? We all see things differently. So if you guys see it differently, let me know what you guys thought about Gakpo versus us. But I thought in the first game he was horrific, and in the second game he was decent. But yeah, we already spoke about Ben White. You guys know Stamford Bridge is our home. We made that place a brothel on a regular basis. We've already spoken about this. We've spoken about that. Oh, have you guys seen the new intro? The new intro is fire. Honestly, new intro is fire. Talking about Marquinhos. Mar- uh, Marquinhos has has been told that he could potentially go on loan in January. The situation is looking like he might not get much game time in the second half of the season, so he's probably going to get to go on loan in January. That's good for him. Really good news for him to go on loan in January instead of sticking around for no reason in a team that he's probably not going to get much game time. So I'm happy for him, and I would think that that would be a good thing in the long run. Um, that he could potentially go out on loan if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, there are a couple more things that I need to mention quickly before we go. Tomiyasu, of course, will be in the Qatar team. He will be in the Qatar team. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. One second, Jonathan David. I need to get this. What the hell is going on? So, by the way, Arsenal have been linked to a player who's also been linked to Tottenham, and this is a Canadian. And I know I've been looking at this guy's and how he performs for a while now, and I know a little bit about Jonathan David. Jonathan David has been linked to Arsenal again. Now, the thing about Jonathan David being linked to us, ladies and gentlemen, is that it is reported that Arsenal and Spurs are in a battle for the signing of Jonathan David. I don't know how realistic the signing is at this moment in time, but we know that we have been linked to him quite a bit. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that goes. And if I just show you guys some of the news, you're gonna see right here that it's gonna say Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, all in for Jonathan David. You just got rumors flowing every single day, every single way about those potential signings. So that is another one right there. Another thing is we've been also hearing about the center back signing potentially Arsenal the signing that Arsenal could make in the center back position potentially, and that has been this gentleman right here, Ndicka. The signing of Ndicka, 6'4" center back, has been linked to Arsenal. The potential colossus that could be joining the club in the January window. His contract runs out in the summer, I think, and that's why uh, Frankfurt would be willing to sell him for potentially only 13 million pounds. The guy is still quite young. He's 23 years old, French international, who hasn't really gotten a big chance for France. But yeah, that is the situation with Ndicka. We haven't really heard too many updates on that. So just to give you guys a little bit of lowdown on that. We know about Zinchenko and what we think about Zinchenko. He's an absolute baller. But the thing is, Zinchenko has actually been speaking a lot recently about Arsenal and saying that we need to change these stereotypes around Arsenal about top four, and look forward at actually trying to challenge. He's basically saying that Arsenal are starting to look beyond uh, top four and to challenge for City. Let me just show you guys the exact words. Zinchenko calls on special Arsenal to look beyond the top four and challenge Manchester City. Basically saying we are no longer this team that just looks to try to get top four and strives for top four. We should look for more, bringing that winning mentality to the club, which we have so needed for so long, showing some true leadership. And you know what? We have missed Zinchenko, ladies and gentlemen. We have missed his energy. We have missed this guy playing, and I just think he's just something else. So yeah, with that, I almost bid you guys adieu. But before we go any further, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Fabrizio Romano has said that we need to move quite quickly if we want to get Mykhaylo Mudryk over the line. And the Mudryk rumors just they don't go away. They don't go away. Just to show you guys some of the rumors on what people are saying right now. They're saying he's going to cost us around over 60 million. There's rumors coming out saying that Zinchenko thinks his Ukraine teammate would be amazing for Arsenal. That is another big rumor that is coming out right now. But yeah, the main thing for Mykhaylo Mudryk for me is the young man is very skilled and very talented. He's really good on the counter. But do you think he's going to play to our? We're going to have to get him used to the way that we play. He's not. I don't think he's going to come in and immediately be this instant impact. It might take him a while to get used to Arteta's system because the way that they play right now over at Shakhtar and the way that he plays over there at Ukraine is nothing to the level of how we play at Arsenal. And it's going to take him an embedded period. If he comes in, he's going to be quality in a couple of years. I'm not saying a couple of years. He'll be quality come the end of the season, but he might not have the instant impact that you guys think Jesus had or Zinchenko had. But let's just see. I don't think we're going to sign him anymore personally. 80 million is just, I feel like it's a little bit too much. 60 million, a little bit too much. 50 million, maybe 45 million to 40 is, I think, what Arsenal will be willing to pay for the young man. I don't think they're willing to go any more than that. But yeah, who am I to say what Arsenal are willing to pay on the player? Well, Shakhtar Donetsk want 87 million pounds. That is ridiculous. They want the same money that Anthony was bought for, and I just don't think they're going to get that type of money from Arsenal. That's just the reality at this moment in time. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I've gone through everything. I've gone through my list of topics that I needed to discuss. I hope you guys enjoy these short format videos. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you've gotten up to this far, please do leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about these shorter videos, and have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll be doing a live stream later tonight talking about the Carabao Cup previews for all the Carabao Cup games, and we'll be doing vibes from the six on Friday, and we'll also have match reactions on Thursday, plus more content coming. Stay tuned, and I'll bring back watch along soon if you guys want. Let me know in the comments. I'm out of here, people. Hopefully you enjoyed the new intro, and peace.